Alright, hey guys, it's Remember CCG back in the video, and with this video I'm doing a dinosaur deck profile, and this is of course for Master Duel. And let's just get started here. I run 2 copies of Animador and Archosaur. This card is an incredibly important combo piece. I think 2 copies is enough. You don't really need the 3rd copy. And of course this synergizes well with the babies. Speaking of which, I run 3 copies of Baby Sarasaurus. This is kind of standard. Baby Sarasaurus is not a once per turn, and you just get so much value out of this card, and it's pretty much crucial in all of your combos. 3 Max C. It's an incredible generic hand trap, slows down your opponent. As long as this card is still at 3, I'm still going to run it. And 1 of Pteranodon. This card is great. It's not as great as Baby Sarasaurus because Baby Sarasaurus basically gives you access to all of your dinos, except for of course the Ultimate Conductor. Pteranodon is decent because it just gives you access to your level 4 dinos, and there's a good amount of them, so you're actually able to do quite a bit with this card, and it's just like an extra Babysaurus that's just more specific. And then 3 copies of Ash Blossom, another generic hand trap. It's just nice to have this in your hand, and so I like running it. Giant Rex, because when you banish this card, you're able to special summon it out and just continue, either use that as a synchro material or as an exceed material. Then Scrap Chimera, because this card works well with Scrap Raptor. There's a combo that goes with this, but basically if you guys want to see the combo video, I'm going to be releasing it soon, shortly after this video. And yeah, Scrap Raptor, you need this card to pop in order to get into Scrap Chimera, normal summon it, bring it back out, and then from there you can go into your Scrap Wyvern. It's a standard combo to do there. 3 Miscellaneousaurus. This card is just incredible, just making all of your dinosaurs unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. And not only that, it gives you access to your Animador and Archosaur. Yeah, a lot of combos you're going to see with Miscellaneousaurus as well. Then I have 2 copies of Soul Leading Oviraptor. This card is just decent. You're able to either pitch a card from your deck to your grave or add it to your hand. And then you can pop something, and of course that goes well with the Baby Sarasaurus. And 2 Scrap Raptors. I think this is great, just 2 copies. I already went over the whole combo, but I'm going to be showing it, of course, in the actual video. But yeah, 2 copies, and it's a tuner. So the nice thing about that is that you actually are able to summon a Synchro Monster. And of course, you can see one right here that I'll be going over during the extra deck part of the video. Then here I run True King Lithosagum. So Lithosagam's great because you're just able to pop 2 cards, and of course if you can pop 2 babies to get this card out, that's just a lot of value. And not only that, they're both earth monsters, so from that point on you can actually banish 3 cards from your opponent's extra deck, so you're just able to pinpoint whatever you think is the most important cards in their extra deck, banish those, and then now during their turn they're going to struggle quite a bit to actually establish a board that can live up to yours. 2 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. You can get 2 of these cards out. Sometimes you're able to get 3 out, but I mean, you don't really need to. You don't really need to have that 3rd copy out. I think 2 copies is enough, and you just don't risk having too many of these in your hand. I run 1 copy of Terraforming because I think it's just a great way to search out either Lost World or Draconic Diagram. And you don't really rely on the field spells too heavily, but there's great combos that you can do if you do happen to draw into the cards or go into Terraforming, and then you can choose the path from there, depending on your hand. Then 2 copies of Double Evolution Pill. Easy to search out with Animador and Archosaur, and yeah, it's just a great way to get Ultimate Tyranno out here. And you run a lot of non-dinos that you can use in order to actually summon your Ultimate Tyranno here. And then 3 copies of Fossil Dig, because this card's incredible. It's able to search out any dinosaur in your deck besides Ultimate Conductor, and yeah, just a great card. Pot of Prosperity, search out 1 card. If you just need that 1 card, being able to use this to go for it, search it out, it's really useful. Draconic Diagram, this card is decent, being able to pop something. So if you pop Baby Sarasaurus, you're going to get value out of that, and not only that, but also get your Litho. And then 2 Lost World, give your opponent some tokens, and then synergize, pop something from your deck if you try to pop that card. And yeah, it synergizes really well with Scrap Wyvern, as you're able to just pop one of their cards if you choose to do so as well, and instead of popping their token, you choose to pop the Baby Sarasaurus from your deck. So this card is just great, and I think having 2 copies of it is pretty solid. Then I run 2 copies of Called by the Grave because you don't want to deal with hand traps still, so just punish that. 3 Imperms, because another great hand trap, generic hand trap to have here. And negate monster effects. Great way to just set up a full board. and have this as a monster negate. Alright guys, before I go to the extra deck, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the Patreon description down below. And let's get started here. So here I run one copy of Borderlo Savage Dragon. You have a level 4 tuner, and this is one of the great level 8 synchros that you can get out here, and you can easily get Link 2s in the grave. So decent way of just getting an Omni Negate out here. So yeah, one copy of that. One copy of Evazor Lagia. So Lagia is great. It's pretty much a solemn that you have built in as a monster. So whatever you need, you can use this to fulfill that role. And then here we have Doka. So Doka is a non once per turn monster negate. So yeah, negates and destroy. Whatever, like I said, whatever you really need here, you can get these out, because with Scrap Raptor, you can. So there's a lot of times where you just have Scrap Raptor out, and then you have another level 4 monster, and you're just deciding on what you want to get out. So you can either get out Borderlo Savage Dragon here, Evazor Lagia, or you can get Evazor Doka, or even then you can even go for Abyss Dweller. It's a great way of just locking your opponent out of their graveyard. So if you know what they're playing and you know what to get out, this deck can be incredibly powerful for that. Dugaris, if you want to continue your plays, this card's just a great extender, and yeah, it's just a great card to get out here. Divine Arsenal Zeus, it gives these cards life after you already used their effects or whatever, and you need just the extra material to go into a Zeus. This is great. Then we have Linkuriboh. So Linkuriboh and Secure Gardna. This is just if you happen to have Animador and Archosaur and you need a way to get a monster, a non-dino monster into the grave for you to banish. This is what it's for. And then here we have Pentastag. So when you flip your opponent's monsters to defense position, you're actually able to give your Ultimate Tyranno some piercing, and then from there just kill your opponent because of all the monsters they'll have. Flip face down. Then we have Scrap Wyvern. This card is incredibly powerful. It's just able to extend for you because basically you get to special summon your Scrap Dino back from your deck onto the field, and then from there you can either link with it or exceed or synchro, as you've seen. And then IP Masquerena. This card is just good. It gives you a lot of options. It makes you able to go into Magnite Crusader Abermax during your opponent's turn, or go into Nightmare Unicorn if you choose to, because you have a good amount of options, and depending on the situation, you just evaluate and see from there what you want to go into. Appaloosa is another great option that you can easily get a lot of materials for, and yeah, the only thing I'd say about that is just be careful with Draconic Diagram, because it'll mess up how many times you're able to negate using Appaloosa. Then we have Axis Go Talker. This card is, of course, just a standard way of just destroying your opponent's board. And I don't go into it often because I think these two kind of fulfill whatever role you need. If you either need a monster negate or just something indestructible for your opponent to deal with. Axis Go Talker is a decent card too there if you're going second and you need a way of breaking your opponent's board. But I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and make sure to stay tuned for the combo video. I will be dropping that real soon. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.